Solaria's emerald skin glistened, her knee pinning the human mercenary to the canyon floor. Her fiery hair, braided with bone beads, whipped in the wind. This kill would restore her honor. The ancestral dagger hovered at his throat. The human, Alex, just grinned. "Any last words?" she growled. His reply was rough, baffling. "Yeah, you're holding it wrong." The words were a profound insult. She was Solaria of the Crimson Hunt, heir to 14 generations of blade masters. Her grip was perfect. She struck, but he moved, a subtle, impossible redirection. Her wrist twisted. The ancestral blade slipped from her perfect grip, embedding in the sand. Humiliation burned hotter than the sun. "How?" "Told you," he said. "Your grip's perfect, but you're gripping like someone who's never been afraid to lose their weapon. The moment you're certain you can't lose something, you've lost it." He walked away. She followed. She returned to the skull-adorned walls of the amphitheater empty. Her rival, Cathra, sneered. The ancient matron waited on the seat of judgment. "Where is your trophy?" "He escaped." Solaria lied. The lie tasted like Ashdot. The matron's voice cracked. "You are hereby cast out. Return only when you have claimed your quarry's head or found one worthy of your own." Exiled, she found Alex days later in sun-baked ruins. "Took you longer than I expected. Teach me what you did." "You're not ready." He was leaving. She swallowed her pride. "I'm coming with you." "I'm exiled." "What difference does it make?" Alex studied her, then nodded. "Fine. My way." They walked. He critiqued her stance. "The way you hold that blade," Alex said, "tells everyone you're the kind that's never been afraid." Their first lesson came as screaming repulsor engines, raiders, slavers. "Not yet," Alex warned as her hand went to her dagger. "First rule, don't fight unless you have to." He stepped out, hands raised, playing the part of a lost salvager named Morrison. The raider leader sneered. "You and that pretty green piece hiding behind the rocks. See, that's where we might have a problem," Alex said amiably, and in 3 seconds, the world changed. He moved like lightning, disabling the leader, shorting a vehicle, flowing between attacks. "Environment," he yelled. "Use everything." Solaria understood. The desert wasn't a backdrop. It was a weapon. She used sand to blind, reflections to dazzle. The fight was over in minutes. "You're starting to think," Alex noted. That night, by a small fire, he offered his philosophy. You have to be water. Find the cracks, flow around obstacles. He confessed his own failure pride that got his team killed. Solaria shared her own ghost. Her sister Vara, who hesitated, chose mercy, and died for it. "You're fighting the wrong battle," Alex said softly. "So focused on being worthy of your sister's blade, you've forgotten to ask if the blade is worthy of who you could become." At the trading post of Broken Spine, Alex planned their split. The thought of returning to her old solitude was unbearable. "Teach me," she pleaded. "I'm not asking to be your partner. I'm asking to be your student." "Why?" The truth spilled out. "Because everything I've ever known has failed me." He nodded. "All right, but we do this properly. No going back until you're ready." "How will I know?" "You'll know." He rebuilt her. Combat became a conversation, reading an opponent's story. The hardest lesson was philosophy. "Why do you fight?" The answer came during a skirmish with claim jumpers. Protecting Alex, she found herself disabling, not killing. "They weren't trying to kill us," she explained. "Seemed like overkill." Alex smiled, genuinely. "Now you're starting to understand the difference between strength and violence." The universe shifted. She learned that compassion wasn't weakness, but the ultimate expression of strength. Then the message found them. The Crimson Hunt was dying. The matron, lost in paranoia, was purging the clan. Corruption had taken root. "I have to go back," Solaria said. "Then we go back," Alex replied. Her home was scarred. The stronghold walls now displayed the heads of executed clan members. "This is madness," she whispered. "This is fear," Alex corrected. "Fear of losing power." They moved like ghosts, finding the matron in a ceremonial chamber, blade raised over Solaria's bound rival, Cathra. "Your bloodline ends with you." Solaria lunged, but Alex's hand held her fast. "Not yet. Wrong angle. If you charge in, you'll join her." It was the hardest lesson, the discipline to wait when every instinct screamed to act. As the matron's blade fell, Solaria stepped into the light. "I invoked the right of challenge." The matron sent her champion, bore Ash the image of Solaria's past. He attacked with textbook precision. Solaria met him not with force, but flow. She moved like water. She disarmed him, her blade at his throat. How? He whispered, confused. Because I no longer fear losing it, Solaria said, and lowered her weapon. I claim victory, but not your life. The gesture shattered tradition. The matron shrieked, blasphemy, but her guards hesitated. The ancient leader stumbled, her authority broken, and Solaria caught her. The moment was broken by Alex. Impressive speech, but you've got bigger problems. 3 Bone Reaper battlecruisers just dropped out of hyperspace. The clan's oldest enemies. Annihilation was imminent. The matron defaulted to protocol. Activate the defense systems. That's the wrong approach, Solaria commanded, her voice ringing with new authority. They expect us to fight like warriors. We will fight like water. She organized the evacuation, turning the canyons into a weapon. The Bone Reapers, led by Garnos, bombarded an empty stronghold. The Crimson Hunt struck from the shadows, turning the invasion into a nightmare of asymmetric warfare. But the Reapers adapted. Solaria forced the final confrontation at the Sacred Grove. She challenged Garnos to single combat, using his pride against him. The duel was brutal. Garnos was strength. Solaria was adaptation. She defeated him, her blade finding the gap in his armor. Your champion is defeated, she announced. Honor is satisfied. Leave our space. Garnos, wounded, asked the same question. Solaria helped her enemy stand. I have learned the difference between holding on and holding tight, between victory and vengeance. The Reapers withdrew. Solaria looked at her people. Now we rebuild better. She refused to be sole leader, establishing collective governance built on wisdom, not force. She found Alex preparing to leave. You don't need a teacher anymore, he said gently. You've stopped asking what you should do and started asking what you want to do. What you taught me, ... Double quotes, she began. The blade, he interrupted, shouldering his pack. It's not your ancestors, it's yours. He walked up the transport ramp, then paused, that familiar smile playing on his lips. Hey kid, he called back. Now you're holding it right. Years later, they told stories of Solaria the Wise, who knew true strength wasn't the grip, but knowing when to hold on at all.